Australia has one of the world's most important mining industries. It is a major exporter of coal, iron ore, gold and copper, and is self-sufficient in all minerals bar petroleum. Since the first discoveries, the coal in 1798, mineral production has risen every year in the decade 1990 to it. It was found that while many companies express interest in Jacobson's use case approach, actual scenario usage often falls outside what is described in textbooks and standard methodologies. Users, therefore, face significant scenario management problem not yet addressed adequately in theory or practice and are demanding solutions to these. The current measure has remained virtually unchanged over the past 30 years. Yet during that time, there have been marked changes in the nation's economy and society and in public policies that have affected families' economic well-being, which is not reflected in the measure. The latest scientific evidence on the nature and strength of the links between diet and chronic diseases is examined and discussed in detail in the following sections of this. This section gives an overall view of the current situation and trends in chronic diseases at the global level. In spite of the spectacularly high quality of life for the vast majority of the people who live in the European Union, its inhabitants seem obsessed with the region's relative decline in the world. Slow economic growth rates and high unemployment have reinforced the impression that Europe is unhappy with today and unsure of tomorrow. If countries can specialize in certain goods, they can benefit from economies of scale, lower average cost. This is especially true in the industry with high fixed costs or that require a high level of investment. The benefits of the economy of scale will ultimately lead to lower prices for consumers and greater efficiency for exporting. But on 3rd May, a couple of weeks later, Lincoln issued an executive order calling for 43,000 three-year volunteers for the Army, and also increasing the size of the regular Army and Navy by 40,000. Both of these actions were in apparent violation of the Constitution. A constellation is an area on the celestial sphere in which a group of stars forms an imaginary outline or pattern, typically representing animal, mythological person or create, or an inanimate. To work effectively with the heterogeneous student populations found in our schools, audience have the responsibility of acknowledging the cultural backgrounds of their students and the cultural setting in which the school is located in order to develop effective instructional strategies. The emergence of information technology has created new products, processes, and distribution. New products include the computer, the internet, and digital TV. New processes include internet banking, automated inventory control, and automated teller machines, and new distribution systems include cable and satellite TV. The researchers think that this kind of coordination might have evolved because woodpeckers invest so much time and energy carving out their nest hole in a they were kicked out and had to start over. They might not get a chance to reproduce and fledge their offspring. Abstraction is an important layer of computer because people cannot do anything on computers without symbolic system. Language is a classical symbolic system. People use sign language and movements when they do something at the same. For example, people asked for help by waving hands when they repelled rhinoceros at the same time. Thus, human can use hands to communicate when they do things simultaneously. Thus, a country might possess a sizable rural population, but have an economic system in which the interests of the voters were predominantly related to their incomes, not to their occupations or location. And in such a country, the political system would be unlikely to include an important agrarian. Today, telecommunication is widespread and devices that assist the progress are common in many parts of the There is also a vast array of networks that connect these devices, including computer, telephone and cable networks. While apes and monkeys are both primates and are part of the same primate suborder, there are lots of differences between them. There are also lots of other sorts of primates. The distinction between different primate groups is based on physical characteristics and evolutionary ancestry. Greater than 75% close to this, but they replaced monkey with a guild, an association of artisans or merchants who oversee the practice of their craft trade in a particular area. The earliest types of guild formed as a confraternities of tradesmen. They were organized in a manner something between a professional association, a trade union, a cartel, and a secret